Coming up on this morning's monologue is something critically important to the human condition: trust.
Great fences make good neighbors, all while providing safety, security, and privacy for you, your family, and your fur family. Backyard Works is your local fence, deck, and handrail experts, owned and operated right here in Sussex County. All materials are top quality and made in the USA. Backyard Works knows that home is where the heart is. Visit online to view stunning projects at backyardworks.net or call today for customer service that's unmatched. 302-703-9888.
The monologue is entitled A Matter of Trust. Trust is perhaps the most important word in our lives. Think of it. If we cannot trust or we lose trust in a parent, it affects your life into adulthood. Lack of trust in God generally means that you will live without faith. Without faith, we cannot experience the spiritual aspect of our existence and have no afterlife to earn or achieve. Life on earth becomes a dead end to those without trust. Without trust in a relationship, there is no relationship at all. When trust is severed by cheating in a marriage or any relationship, it is over between two people, or it will never be the same again. Certainly, it will never be the same if you cannot trust that other person. When a friend tells another person about a private conversation you both had, and you find out that friendship is over, why? Because you learned that someone you believe to be your friend cannot be trusted. Trust is equally important in politics, isn't it? Trust has become a more prominent and powerful issue in politics. However, I suppose we were always supposed to trust in those running for office. They promised a chicken in every pot, and we voted for them because we trusted them, and we trusted their promises. Trust in politics, trust in government. Both those have taken a huge hit in the past 25 years or so. We learned that you cannot trust a Clinton, and after the Iraq War, when there were no weapons of mass destruction, our trust in those who perpetuated that war was never the same. Let us not forget that our various spy agencies cannot be trusted. I suppose that African Americans have paid dearly for their trust in Democrats. From fatherless families to the circle of poverty, misplaced or blind trust can come with huge consequences. Jewish Americans have trusted and voted for Democrats for many years, even though the party has been pro-Palestinian and in some cases outright anti-Semitic. When you continue to trust those who take you for granted, there is clearly something wrong. And wasn't it Barry Obama who helped to destroy public trust in this nation's police officers? That loss of trust has been deadly for law enforcement, literally. And I am sure that some on the left have lost trust in Uncle Joe Biden after we learned what he was up to with the Ukrainians. His falling poll numbers prove that, don't they? Were we not told to trust the conservative Justice John Roberts when he was nominated to the U.S. Supreme Court? I don't know about you, but I do not trust Roberts at all. His left-leaning decisions have lost the trust of many in mainstream America. Back in 2013, I left the Republican Party because I lost trust in them. For as long as I could realize right from wrong politically, I knew inside I was a Republican. I knew my political leanings from the age of 11, that I was a Republican, and I did not look back until I realized the man with a tan, John Boehner, was lying to me and every other Republican. They promised that they would fight for us against Obama. All they did was give us lip service. When the trust I had felt with the Republican Party since 1968 was lost, I moved on, like any type of broken relationship. But like a broken relationship where two people remain friends, I continued to vote for Republican candidates. Only I did not feel a part of the family. Didn't trust that family. I know I was not alone. For me, trust is everything. Then suddenly last Thursday, a ray of sunshine. Every House Republican voted against the impeachment resolution. Every damned one of them. And I was impressed. When was the last time they showed any type of backbone? They did that day, and I was very pleased. However, like a lover who promises never to cheat again, my feelings of trust generated by last week's vote supporting the president were short-lived. Yesterday, Senate Republicans showed us why they are slithering snakes who have injected more venom into their own constituents at a time when their House counterparts seem to build a basic level of trust with Republican voters. So much for building on a good thing. According to the Washington Compost, a growing number of Republican senators are planning on going public with their feelings that this telephone call President Trump made with the president of the Ukraine was, in fact, a quid pro quo. What? Are they kidding me? I read the transcript and there was nothing there, and now they want to throw the president under the bus? According to Fox News' Brett Baer, he has spoken to a number of Senate Republicans who feel that the call was not a, quote, perfect call like the president claims. Oh, okay, I get it. Is Pierre Detesto one of those snakes? I'm sure Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, John Thune, Mike Lee, and that deplorable character, two-faced backstabber Ben Sasse, have been slithering around the Senate chambers, further plotting against our president. Apparently, these Senate backstabbers want to get this out in the open, so they are not forced to vote in unity like House Republicans. They have already taken their stand as the conscience of the Senate. The president did not have a perfect call. Heavens no! We can't have unity. After all, we are a part of the exclusive Senate club. We are senators. We are in a class by ourselves. That's the way they think. That call was perfect, my friends, because the president objects to government corruption, objects to taxpayer dollars being squandered in an effort to prop up a loser like Hunter Biden at the expense of the American taxpayer. Some of these turncoat so-called Republican senators leak out to the media that they are saying that it wasn't a perfect call, but not illegal, you understand. Guess what? The Republicans leak just like Adam Schiff. That tidbit from McConnell's Senate was leaked to the Washington Compost. It was leaked to give them cover with the swamp, who they are really protecting. They're not protecting the president. Some Republican senators are clearly protecting the swamp because they are of the swamp. They are protecting the swamp. Can't Detesto and the rest figure out that the Socialist Democrats are trying to destroy the level of trust that President Trump has with his base? Probably not, because they're jealous of it. This impeachment is all about destroying the president's credibility. Can't you guys figure that out? All of us can figure out that you swamp rats in the Senate cannot be trusted. Perhaps these so-called Republican senators are sending the president and his supporters, you know, those deplorable Republicans, a message that they are not supporting him the way the House did unless they get something in return. Remember, this is the swamp, after all, the land of you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. I firmly believe that these so-called senators would have felt much better with the Clinton crime machine in the White House. I mean that. This president did nothing wrong, and his own party is siding with the Socialist Democrats and making it look like he has something to hide. It was not a perfect call. The president is lying. That sentence is not coming from Pelosi or the Socialist Democrats. It's not coming from Adam Schiff. It's coming from Republicans. So much for unity, my friends. So much for trust. You can blame the Socialist Democrats for all that ails this country, but I blame the spineless Republicans. After all, it was their pitiful candidates and poor leadership that gave us 8 years of Slick Willie Clinton and 8 years of Barry Obama. We trusted the Republicans, and they gave us the shaft. Yes, Mitch McConnell, it is a matter of trust that is most important to Republican voters. And you have lost mine and probably other Republican voters as well, though I doubt you or any of the others would actually understand what real trust is and why you guys can't win without it. President Trump understands the importance of trust. That is why his supporters would go into the heat of battle whenever and wherever he asked them to. We trust this president, and he trusts us. There are not many in Washington who can say that. Can Mitch McConnell say that? Probably not. And that is the monologue. What say you? The monologue has been locally sponsored by Backyard Works, your premier fence, deck, and handrail source. Owned and operated here in Sussex County. Visit them online to view stunning projects at backyardworks.net and give the local experts a call for your free quote at 302-703-9888. That's 302-703-9888.